We are here in the flesh and we are excited.
Yep. It was rough getting this episode started too, but we here.
We here.
We was on Black People timing for sure.
Not too much.
Definitely.
Not too much. Y'all, welcome to the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. All right. So we're gonna start with Aariah. Introduce yourself for those that don't know who you are.
Hey y'all. So for those of you guys who don't know me, because I'm not one of them people who expect everybody to know me. I know some of y'all know me, but for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Aariah Woods. And I've been doing digital marketing for like 8 years now. I got started in 2017 and I taught digital marketing to my children. And I don't know. What else?
Okay. Well, that's a good introduction. All right, y'all. I'm going to just tell y'all a little bit about myself before we get started because it's going to get good. Episode 1. I am Coach Dannii. I have been doing this consistently for the past 6 years of my life, and it's amazing. I will never recommend to go back to that unfollow, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. All right. So as we get started, y'all, today, guess what y'all get to learn? Y'all get to learn about Coach Aariah today. We get to interview Coach Aariah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And with that being said, we're going to get started immediately. So, Queen Aariah, what inspired you to create this podcast, and what can listeners expect from it?
Ask it again. Say it again.
What inspired you to create this podcast, and what can the listeners expect from it?
All right. So I wanted to create this podcast, the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn, because a lot of people don't think that coming from where we come from, that we could be where we are now, right? And so I spent a lot of the past years trying to, I don't want to say convince, but trying to tell people that they can make it here. Like, I never thought that I could make it here, and I wanted to inspire them that they could make it here. I wanted to show them. I wanted to lead by example, but I also wanted to teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I would be a teacher. If you'd asked me years ago if I would be a teacher or business coach or nothing like that, I would have said no, because I hated school. I legit have a GED and almost didn't get that. You know what I mean? So I never thought I would be a coach, but I learned so much about digital marketing. I changed my mindset. I changed my lifestyle. And just being able to go in a supermarket and buy food and not be like having to put stuff back. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone made me feel like a new person. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn because, first of all, we're women and we are, almost like setting the stage for our younger generation, my daughter, your daughters, the girls before us, and the boys. Because keep in mind, my sons are into digital marketing, but then we from Brooklyn. So people think of Brooklyn when they hear New York, when they hear Brooklyn. When people hear about New York, all they talking about is, oh, New York got the big rats, train station rats. People count New York out a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, listen, we are the digital marketing queens, and we're from Brooklyn, New York, where everybody think it's hood. Everybody think it's all hood, is all this, is all that. Like, there's really diamonds in the rough coming up out of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say, the mountains look rusty and dusty, but when you get the chipping away, you find what? Diamonds. So I wanted to create this podcast so that we can not just show up, but show out and let people know that you can do digital marketing. You can bring in that coin. You can be just like me. If people said that I could not be here, I could not make over 7 figures online, over $1 million, 90,000 in 9 months, that's $10,000 a month. Like, all of these things, all of these achievements that I have done, I wanted to inspire people to know that you could do this. Like, look at who I am. Look at where I come from. Look, I was on public assistance. I was on food stamps, and look at where I am now. So Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn is not only to inspire you to know that you can do this, but also to teach you the trades and the tricks of digital marketing.
Pop that real quick too. Come on
I
now.
go like this.
You got to go like this.
Like that tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next question for you is, can you share a bit about your background and what brought you into digital marketing?
Um, well, y'all know I get long winded with elaboration, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as I can. Let's start with my background. So, first of all, my parents are teen parents. Yes, they are. My dad actually was only 16 years old when I was born.
Wow.
But my father had, when I was growing up, my father had a barbershop. He owned it. So you couldn't tell me my dad wasn't rich. And my grandfather was a real estate broker and he owned his own real estate practice, real estate firm or whatever. So you couldn't tell me that my family on that side wasn't rich. You know what I mean? And my mom side of the family, like we was coming up. Like my mother made it happen. Like we was not in my mind, we wasn't rich because we lived in the projects. Whereas I would go to my dad's house every weekend and they lived in a house, but then at my mom's house we lived in the projects. But my mom made it happen. She always, got to the bag. She always made us. We was in the flyers clothes. Didn't even know what some of the stuff was back when Pele was the joint. Back when
Nice work.
Parasuco jeans was the joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we was always fly, nonetheless. But growing up, I had basically two lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? One where I'm living in the projects, and one where it seemed like they were like middle class families or whatever. And so I knew that this project life was a little bit ghetto, but I also knew that there was other life on the other side. It was almost like I said, living double lives. I would be here one day, and then in the weekend I was here. When I became an adult, um, being an adult was very ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Aariah, look, you good? What happened this morning? I'm not sure what you mean, but being an adult was very ghetto. So it was hard paying bills, being responsible. All that was very hard. I was on public assistance, I was food stamps, everything like that. I struggled. And then, I end up becoming a mom overnight. A lot of you guys know my story. Some of you guys may not, but my best friend, she struggled with alcohol abuse, and I ended up caring for her two children at the time. I ended up caring for her two children. I ended up adopting them. And then it was hard raising them kids, like not just raising them, but being responsible for two extra lives when I was barely responsible for my own. Like it was hard, being on public assistance, trying to pay bills, light bill, everything was on, payment plans and things like that. Um, but then my best friend had another baby, and then we lost her. She passed away, and I ended up adopting a baby. And a lot of you guys know my baby girl, August. So that's kind of like my story, my background, where I came from. But before August was born, I stumbled across digital marketing. I came across this company called MCA. Some of you may know it, some of you may have tried it, which is an affiliate marketing company, also like network marketing, but it's MLM, multi-level marketing. And it opened my eyes to a lot of different things online. Like it changed the way I even look at the internet. Like I don't even look at commercials the same. Immediately when I see a commercial, I identify their marketing tactics. I identify their strategies immediately. Like MCA, for what it was, a lot of people felt like, oh, it was a scam and all of this other stuff. It really wasn't. Um, some people went about the business unethically, but it changed my life. It changed it is the reason why I'm here right now. Motor Club of America, to be honest with you. Yeah, so that's how I got into digital marketing. I started doing MCA. I seen a girl online marketing it, and I was listening to her. Like it was so crazy how one of my cousins shared her video, and I was listening, and I was like, yo, what she's saying makes so much sense. And then I was like, nah, I gotta try this. I had just lost my job. I was like, woe is me. I was just scrolling on the internet, crying, broke, no job, pink notice on the door telling me I'm about to get evicted, couldn't pay the light bill, water had got shut off, and I was just sitting there like cursing God, to be honest with you. Like, God, why me? There's so many people out here doing bad. They doing this, they murdering, they did it, and I'm over here struggling, and I'm a good person. Like I was really, and then God put this on my lap, like, shut up. Pay attention, open your eyes.
Mm.
And as I'm watching that video, I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, this is magic right here. Like, there's no way this cannot work. So, yeah, I joined the program. When I went to go join the program, she was like, oh, click the link in my bio. And I was like, that was when click link in my bio was kind of new. And when
Mhm.
I clicked it, it was like, oh, you got to pay $39.99 to join. And I said, damn it. I knew it was some money involved. Like, I was skeptical. I'm like, dang. I knew you was going to have to pay something. But at the same time, your story always make me cry. Oh, don't make me cry, y'all. I got makeup on.
Right.
But at the same time, I was like, I'm doing it. I don't got nothing to lose. I'm already about to get evicted. Lights bill due. I'm going to do it. So I did it. Signed up for the program. She emailed me the training. I watched the training and I was like, bro, where has this been all my life? Next thing you know, y'all, 1 week of implementing the training that I learned from her, and I made $700. The job that I just got fired from, I was making $700 every 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Something clicked in my head and said, oh no, digital marketing is where it's at. We're not never going back to none of that other stuff. Right. So following week, I made like $1,100. Week after that, $3,800. Week after that, $3,800. And before you know it, 9 months later, $90,000. $90,000. I was never going back. Then I started, just researching things. And to be honest with y'all, that company ended up crashing. And I was back at square one. But one thing I did not lose was the knowledge that I had gained about digital marketing. Another company came about and I jumped into that. Drop shipping. I found out about drop shipping and I came into that. Then I took the money that I made from drop shipping and I started Bella Rose, which was my company. While I was drop shipping, I taught my children who were 14 and 12 at the time how to do it. My oldest son launched his store, 14 years old. My youngest son launched his store at 13. He literally was 1 week away from his 14th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was no looking back after that. Like, I don't even know what part of the question I was in, but y'all, digital marketing literally changed my life. When I say it came from the gutter, could not pay my water bill. I mean, bro, do you know that when you can't pay your water bill, you can't flush the toilet? That was the worst week of my life. When I think about the days now when I'm getting lazy or, you know, I feel like, dang, I ain't make that much money this day or this day. I always think about where I came from. Like, bro, you doing good. Like, I went from being in the projects to owning my own house,
Mm.
having a luxury vehicle, from not even knowing how to drive. When you in New York, we ride in the train with the big rats.
Right.
You see them running in the track, and we used to that. Look at me now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't care that there's some days that I don't make as much as I made the day before. Like today, I might make $1,000 today and $400 tomorrow and $10,000. My biggest day was a $12,000 day. But if you learn how to save properly, you won't care about them $400 days because guess what? At my 9 to 5 job, I was making $700 every 2 weeks.
Mm.
Not one, but every two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Only
man,
God can do it.
only
Yeah.
God, only God can do it. All right. So that brings us to the next part, and that is overcoming adversity in the journey. Yeah. So
It
now,
was hard.
my question for you is what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced as a woman of color entering the digital marketing space?
Um, as a woman of color,
Mhm.
like I'm not even gonna lie, as a woman of color in digital marketing, I don't feel like I faced any adversity. I really don't. Like, I feel like I got the same opportunities as anybody else because this is the internet. What you guys don't understand and realize about the internet is the people decide.
Mhm.
The people decide. So if a million of y'all like me, it don't matter if the other half don't. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? If I know my target audience and I understand my target audience, there is nothing that no one other person can do to affect my success. Like me being a woman of color, like, don't get me wrong, like I've heard And might have even felt every now and again rumors about TikTok suppressing people's views and things like that. But you know what I used to say? Like, I don't care nothing about that because I provide value in my content. And the fact that I provide value in my content, it forces views. No lie. Like, I had this one video where a lot of y'all probably seen it, where me and my sons did a transition, and we had on like regular people clothes, and then we transitioned and we had on these white tuxedos, and then we transitioned and then we had on our African outfits and stuff like that. And on TikTok, that video got like 12,000 views. On Instagram, it went mad viral. And to the point to where it was reshared by the Shade Room, it was reshared by DL Hughley, like celebrities, everything. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's probably the only event in my life where I felt like I was being suppressed by my color, because it was definitely feeling like on TikTok we were being suppressed as a people altogether. Like, because why did that video go so viral on every other platform? You know what I'm saying? Except for TikTok. You know what I mean? Um, but I provide so much value that people are engaging, and when they are engaging, it forces the views to go up. So I beat the algorithm. It is what it is. I don't feel like
Yeah.
um, I feel like as long as I am who I am and I provide value and I do what I got to do and I know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna always win. No matter what app I'm on.
I absolutely agree. I feel like that was an amazing answer to that question. I think that even watching you overcome that, and from the views being low to still not giving up and actually being consistent, like y'all not gonna stop me over here. I'm gonna still keep going because somebody wants to see this. I think that's
Mhm.
absolutely dope. So how has overcoming adversity shaped your perspective on success and business?
In general, it just going through so much even now in my business, trying to pivot with the changes, like algorithm changes, app changes, the fact that I have been very successful on social media in general, but I have the biggest following on TikTok, and now TikTok might be no more. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So just thinking about that is like, here come another thing, but I overcome each time because I know what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? My knowledge um is just my entire mindset. I feel unstoppable. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. It I feel bright-eyed about it. I feel um excited about it. Not TikTok leaving, but just the journey, because I know what is there. I know what we can all accomplish. I know what's at reach no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, the same way I got 500, 600, 700,000 followers on TikTok, I could do that anywhere else. I have over 500,000 followers on Facebook even. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
I know I could overcome regardless. Like, I don't let nothing keep me down. I
Mhm.
might get knocked down, but I'm gonna get up. Just like when you got on your bike when you was a little kid and the parent pushed you. I mean, my father pushed me dead into a tree. He let go of the bike into the tree. But guess what? I got up and I got back on that bike. And next thing you know, I was popping wheelies and everything else. I don't let nothing keep me down.
Right. Okay now. So, what advice would you give to someone currently facing poverty or significant challenges but dreaming of starting a business?
I would say that um you could do it. Like, to be honest with you, I found my way into this market with $40. $40 changed my life. People spend that on KFC, people spend that on DoorDash, people spend that on so many other things. Like, it's no excuse, because at the end of the day, you could really get into digital marketing without spending any money. But
Mhm.
one thing I tell people all the time is you're going to pay with your time, or you're going to pay with your money. And what I mean by that is you're going to spend time trying to figure it out. I don't care if you're going to YouTube University. I don't care if you watching me every day of your life and I'm spilling tea. I might not spill it all at once, but I'm you learning from me constantly. That takes time.
Right.
Or you're going to spend your money. you're going to pay for a course, and instead of watching me every day, you pay for the course and you learn at once, or not even me, maybe somebody else. Maybe you take Myron Golden's course, or Nehemiah Davis, or Russell Brunson, or Tony Robbins. Maybe you could take somebody's course, but you get all of that information in one bunch
Mm-hmm.
by spending your coin. Even when it comes to, like, say, starting a dropship business, you're going to spend a little bit of coin. But if you feel like I'm in poverty, I don't have no coin to spend, do affiliate marketing. Market somebody else's company and get those commissions. Don't be sitting over there, making excuses about things, because literally all you got to do is wake up, create content every day, and collect those commissions. And you don't have to pay nothing. It's all about just a link in your bio. You might not be able to get a link in your bio on TikTok, but you could do it on Instagram and Facebook, and you don't have to have 1,000 followers. So there is ways to get into this business without spending no coin. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to spend your time. So it's up to you, one or the other. You could fast track it by spending a little bit of coin, or you could not spend no money and still get into the business. It's no excuse. If you really want to change your circumstances, you in poverty, you struggling, you can. It's up to you.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am again. We're going to do it again because this is clocking the tea over here. Tea. All right. So, my next question is, why do you feel like organic marketing is so powerful in today's digital marketplace?
Organic marketing is where it's at, because if you guys don't know what organic marketing, there is two ways to do marketing. There's paid marketing and there's organic. So organic marketing just literally means the free way, where paid is when you see those little sponsored ads on your TikTok or Instagram or something. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. So anytime you scroll in social media and you see that little sponsor, that means somebody paid for that to be in front of you. Organic marketing is when I'm just posting content every day. The reason why I feel like posting content every day organically and not spending money is essentially better than paid ads is because when you're marketing organically, first of all, you keep your coin in your pocket. But second of all, really the main thing is that you touch people um where they are, really. Like, they can relate to you better.
Mhm.
And nobody wants to be sold to. So immediately when you see a sponsored thing, you automatically feel like, this person just trying to sell me something. Versus if I'm creating content every day and I'm connecting with you, I'm engaging with you, I'm building with you, I'm creating a community, I'm creating a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just putting an ad in front of you and saying, hey, buy this.
Right.
It's a big difference. I don't care what you're selling. You could be selling hair. You could be selling hair oil. You could be selling ebooks. You could be selling a course. It doesn't matter what it is that you are selling. If you're selling anything, if you're marketing and you are building a connection with your audience organically, they
Mhm.
can they can almost feel like they can relate to you. They can talk to you. Then more than likely they're going to spend money with you. It's the same thing. I always give this example and I'm going to give it again. And I don't care if the beehive come chase me down. It's the difference between Rihanna and Beyonce, right? Rihanna has Fenty Beauty. It's a $1 billion business. But then Beyonce done came out with, what was it? Darion
Mhm. Ivy
or
Park.
Ivy Park. I'd
Yeah.
never even seen an Ivy Park item.
Right.
Now this Sacred, she doesn't connect with her audience. She doesn't show up. She doesn't engage like Rihanna does. Like, Rihanna used to be on YouTube doing makeup tutorials.
Going
You know
live.
what I'm saying? She was connecting with that audience and building that audience organically. Beyonce just throw some money in some ads. You see Sacred, and then it's like, we seen one video of her getting her hair washed with her product. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between marketing organically and making a connection and building with your audience and letting them feel like they can be a part of your journey, even, versus just putting a paid ad in their face.
I hope y'all taking in these gems because these is gems that's being given here. Okay. I tell you. So, how do you stay authentic to your brand while keeping up with industry trends?
um I feel like no matter what the trends are, you can always uh bend them to your brand. You can always recreate things to benefit you. You can always um I don't know what's the word I'm really looking for, but it's kind of like that video I did with my sons. Like everybody was doing that video. It was trending, right? But when I did it, I innovated it. I changed it. I didn't just do what everybody else was doing. Everybody was just like in that okay, so in that video that I'm talking about, it was the one where we did the transitions, right? Everybody was you would see them in one scene beat up, makeup all jacked up, and then in the next scene they will be like in
Right.
princess African attire. That was the trend. One trend, they all beat up. The next one, African suit, right? I changed the trend, I innovated it. I told my story through the trend. So on one scene, you saw me and my sons in regular clothes, like New Yorkers wear, regular clothes. The next scene, you saw us in business attire, white tuxedos, because that showed that we went from being hood boogers living in the projects. I'm just joking, y'all, but we went from being, like struggling, living in the projects to being business owners and breaking that generational curse. And then the last scene was us in our African attire, and it was kind of like getting back to our roots. So that was the story transition for mine, where everybody else was just went from dirty to African. It's all about being innovative. I don't care what the trends is. I can always innovate that trend to represent me and represent my brand. And if it's something that can't, I just won't do it.
Respect. What is the biggest mistake that you see new digital marketers making, and how can they avoid it?
The biggest mistake I see people doing is number one, not taking the time to identify who their target audience is and just focusing on like a lot of people get into digital marketing simply because they see other people in digital marketing make money. And in their mind, they're like, oh, I want to make that much money too. They not out here trying to serve. They not out here trying to help other people because really with digital marketing or marketing general or okay, marketing, right? The word marketing itself means that you have an offer, you have something to offer. You are marketing your offer, right or wrong, right? You are marketing your offer. So, whatever your offer is, should benefit the person that you're marketing it to. Whatever it is. I don't care if it's hair oil. I don't care if it's a course, because there's a lot of courses going around, the DBAs, the NBAs, the RBAs, the whatever, right? If you drop shipping something, if you're doing a oil or you anything that you're marketing should solve a problem or benefit the person that you're marketing to. So a lot of people get into digital marketing and they don't truly even understand that you coming into this business to make money from someone else by selling them something. The best way to make the money is to understand who you're marketing to and how that item or that thing that you're selling is going to benefit them. You have to serve. When you come into this business and you're serving people, you're going to make the money regardless because you don't have to convince people to buy things that they need. You never have to convince somebody to buy something that they already need. So when y'all come out here and y'all just trying to make money, it gives off very salesy. Big mistake. You come in here and you like, oh, get this, get that, get that. Why? That's what you're missing out. Why should I get it? How is it going to help me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it going to make my life easier? How is it going to affect me or change me at all? Y'all are missing. That's the biggest piece of the puzzle is serving. You're supposed to serve, not sell. Because at the end of the day, when you serve your audience, you sell automatically. You don't have to convince people to buy clothes, they need it. You don't have to convince people to buy food, they need it. If I was selling an ebook, and I talk about this all the time on my live, if I was selling an ebook about 101 ways to stop a child from wetting the bed. The parent is going to buy it. You know why? Because I'm going to explain to them why they need it. That parent 9 times out of 10 is going through stress because they got to buy a new mattress once a year. They probably ain't got the coins to do it. The child is going through stress. They embarrassed. They hate sleepovers. They hate people coming to sleep at their house. They hate sleeping at other people's house. The parent got to buy all of these clothes, do $40, $50 of laundry every week. So the parent is stressed, the child is stressed, and here I come with like a book that is going to solve their problem. They're going to buy it.
Right.
Why? Because it solves their problem.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're planning on doing digital marketing, then you have to understand your product and understand who is it for and why would they purchase it. I hope that makes sense, y'all.
And it did. And I hope they grabbed it, took it in, and make something out of it. Let's do it. Now, let's talk about digital traffic titans. Okay. So let's talk about the vision behind digital traffic titans and how has it evolved ever since starting it.
Digital traffic titans evolved 80 times. I'm not even gonna lie. Like we went from great by design to digital success codes to digital traffic titans. And it's because the evolution was great by design is when we realized that we were great in our original design. We didn't have to be nobody else. Our original design was great the way God made us. You know what I'm saying? And then it was digital success codes because, you and I, we ended up spilling the tea and giving people the codes to success. So we created digital success codes because we were literally given the codes to success. And then digital traffic titans is because we were teaching people how to do exactly what they wanted to do was, make money, but to get the traffic to their offer. One of the main things is in business is marketing. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you are. Everybody needs marketing. A lawyer needs marketing. A grocery store needs marketing. A beauty supply store needs marketing. A digital marketing coach needs marketing. Consultant needs marketing, a tax person needs marketing. If you selling online clothes online, you need marketing. That's what everybody needs. And then we realize that that's where we come in. We bring it all together because everybody needs marketing. That is the one piece of the puzzle that they all need. And it was the one piece of the puzzle that they were all struggling with. So having the ability to teach people how to reach their audience and bring that traffic in,
Right.
and the idea of being titans, like being, masters at it that's pretty much how digital traffic titans came about because we were titans and we was not only were we titans, but we were building not only a brand, but a family and a community behind it. You know what I mean? A tribe. So yeah, that was it.
Yes. Okay. So, what are some unique challenges and advantages of building a business with someone you trust?
Building a business with someone you trust.
Hmm.
Unique challenges, I would say, is like if you're building a business with someone you trust, at the end of the day, it's still a business. And so you guys are accountability partners. You have to hold that person. You can't be a softy piece of bread. You gotta hold that person accountable for whatever it is, the business needs, and they have to do the same with you. So one of the unique challenges might be sometimes you might be a little soft, but it's business.
Yep.
You can't be soft. You got to be on top of them and they have to be on top of you. What was the other question?
The other part of the question was basically just saying, like, what was like some of the advantages? So we
The
know.
advantages, yeah. So an advantage of building a business with someone that you know and trust is that you get to experience success together. Like, especially like take you and I, for example, like we came from the gutter. You know what I mean? So coming from the gutter, the grit of Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And then being in a situation where we are experiencing life, being able to get on flights, being able to take trips, being able to spend all the money we want, being able to gather our kids and say, we doing this, we doing that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That it, being able to experience that with somebody that you love, like looking at each other, remembering when we was broke as a joke and we was, pulling the dollars together just to have a cookout, like, or getting stuff out of your refrigerator and my refrigerator and my grandmother. I'm like, yo, girl, my grandmother got 3 packs of steak, a half a pack of chicken, and you like, oh, my mother got this and that and that, and then we pulling it together to do a cookout.
Right.
And now we
Mhm.
could cater events. We could, you know what I'm saying? Being able to go through that transition with somebody you love is,
Hit different.
it hit different, and it's just like
Mhm.
unexplainable. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. Look, I'm over here like, not today, okay?
I
Not
know, right? You don't want to cry. You don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I'm not doing it, y'all. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. I get to crying, but I'm not going to do it today.
today.
I'm gonna
All
do it
right.
today.
So what's one piece of advice that you'd offer listeners about turning their entrepreneurial dreams into reality?
Um, One piece of advice that I would offer listeners is find something that you love. Because one thing about it is that when you love something, it don't feel like a job. When you doing something simply just to make money, after a while you get tired of it. It's like a phase.
Right.
Find something that you love and then find out how you can use that thing that you love to help somebody else. Turn it into an offer and then collect your coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I grew up doing hair. I used to braid people hair all the time. I used to do Danielle hair, cousins, this, that. I used to do hair, right?
Mhm.
And so I love healthy hair. Y'all can see, right? And so because I love healthy hair, I came up with Bella Rose, right? My beauty company, because it's something that I love. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. I came up with Bella Rose because I love that. I don't get bored with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I stumbled across being a business coach. Yes, I'm a business coach now. I stumbled across that. And yes, I realized that it's something that I love, which is why I do it. Um, and I do it every day and I don't get tired by it. Anybody who's taken my class can tell you that I have said on multiple occasions, I apologize to them for not wanting to stop. I be like, listen, I know I'm taking up a lot of y'all time, but I just want to make sure I could give y'all all I got to give. I just want to make sure y'all learning. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I be apologizing to them because it's something that I love so much. I'm not in a rush to stop.
Right.
So if you find something that you love, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you love um singing. Write songs for people. Candy Burris was a ghostwriter for the longest time. She made so much money writing songs. Neo, even a lot of people don't even know he wrote to the left, to the left. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that you love. And another thing is that y'all might be thinking that people don't care about certain things that y'all love, but you don't know there is a audience for almost everything. There really is. You might think that, oh, nobody cares about that, but there is. My mother loves interior decorating. People will watch her decorate stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Some people love science. You got people on YouTube with big science channels. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, people love, who thought that people would love to watch other people eat? But yet the mukbang came out and everybody and their mama wanted to be the one on YouTube doing a seafood boil. You never know what people want to see or what people need or what they like. If it's something that you love, see how you can use that thing to help somebody else. Even because, like the mukbang, right? That was entertaining. When we say help somebody else, it doesn't mean you gotta end world hunger or bring world peace. You could just entertain them for real.
Mhm.
That's bringing value, right? I'm bored all day. I get on TikTok, I get the scrolling. Now I'm laughing, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So just find something that you love turn it into an offer, and provide value. Those is the main things. Like, you need a niche though. You need a specific niche. Don't try to do everything. Find something that you love, niche down. Write all of the things that you love down and then start crossing things out until you get to that main one.
Clock it.
Thank you for the gift.
We're clocking it again, y'all. All right. So, where can our listeners share their dreams with us? And why is our community, or just community in particular, so important in entrepreneurship?
Where can they share their dreams with us?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I never thought about that, right? Like, maybe we should, I don't know, maybe we should create a community, like a group or something like that, that they can join. We'll bring that back to the drawing board, because I would love to see people's dreams and ideas and, things like that. I drop ideas on people all the time. Like, I be on TikTok sometimes and I be like, somebody go and do this idea, and when you make money, come back and tag me. So I would love that. Right now we don't have a place, but we definitely going to come up with a place where you guys can join us as a whole, as a community. Make sure y'all are subscribing, because we are going to be doing these podcasts every Thursday at 3 p.m. We're going to try to be on regular people time and not Black people time. We was a little late. I think we was at like 3:12 we started today.
Yeah.
But make sure y'all subscribe. We are going to be going like I know some of y'all are watching on TikTok, but the podcast is called Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. It's a play on words. If I don't know if I told y'all that, because y'all know, if you from New York, you know Brooklyn, you know Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Those are boroughs in New York. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys, I don't really know what to say, but we gonna work on it.
Yes. Yes. All right. So where can listeners follow us to stay connected and get even more insights?
Oh, I just spilled that tea.
Mm-hmm.
So to stay connected, follow us at the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We do have a TikTok page, even though we don't know how long TikTok gonna last.
Right.
Um, there are, just make sure y'all follow us on those platforms. So like I said, YouTube, Twitch. Where else? Oh, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a Facebook page. Make sure y'all following us there, especially because we don't know what's gonna happen with TikTok. So y'all don't want to lose this, because we are going to be doing our best to provide value. The same thing we tell y'all to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are going to be doing our best to provide value, to help inspire you guys, to help teach you guys, to give you something that a lot of people not giving. Like, y'all is not too. I don't see anybody out there really teaching digital marketing. I don't know. Maybe there's a digital marketing podcast out there. I've never seen it. But this podcast is going to be the one that probably gets you to start. The name is it's Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. And you could subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
We're also on all other platforms. So we have an Instagram page, you can follow us. We have a Facebook page, you can follow us. We have a Twitch page, because Twitch is a streaming platform, so you can follow us there as well.
Yes.
But definitely Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. Type it in, follow us there, you'll see us. And every Thursday at 3 p.m. right here,
Yes.
we are going to be spilling some type of tea.
Yes. And with that being said, that brings me to my very last question. You kind of already gave them a little bit of it, but what can our listeners look forward to in the up and coming episodes of the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn? What can they look forward to?
So what do you guys have to look forward to from this podcast is tips and tricks and trades of digital marketing, do's and don'ts, understanding offers, understanding your target audience, connecting with people, building a community, how to really turn views into coins. There's a lot of content creators out there who get millions of views but don't make $5. And there's some content creators out there who got like 5,000 followers and they make big coin. You know what I'm saying? So like we want to teach people the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about being a content creator. The main thing, like I said over and over, is understanding who you're talking to, understanding your target audience, and understanding your offer. What do you offer them? And why do they want it? So y'all could look forward to learning how the proper way, the right way to get to this coin, to get to this bag, to, maybe in the future, quit that 9 to 5, become your own boss, inspiration, you know, maybe in the future we'll do some in-person events. Like it's a lot to look forward to. This is the beginning for us. Like I ain't gonna tell y'all this was, like I said a little bit earlier, like this was hard putting this together, but we was just like, you know what, we just gonna do it. And I literally told my sister, I said, girl, this is episode 1. I
Yeah,
said, but watch episode 20, 30 down the line. We gonna look back at episode 1 and be like,
we came a long way.
girl, we came a long way. All right, y'all. So that's what y'all guys have to look forward to. So if you want to learn digital marketing and get digital marketing tips and you ain't got no coin and you telling yourself you ain't got no coin, I'm going to tell you to invest in yourself, but I'm still going to teach you what I can with the time that I have.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I second that gesture. And I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know Coach Aariah today. This has been absolutely amazing. She clocked a lot of tea, and just think about it. This is only the beginning. So we hope you guys look forward to every Thursday, 3 p.m. Save the time. Don't be late because it's up. Y'all know how this goes. BK Queens. Let's
Yes, digital marketing queens of Brooklyn. I love it.
yes, yes, yes.
You already said the 20 tips. Digital marketing queens of Brooklyn. Yep, that is us. That is us. That is us. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it, right?
It's
It, y'all. That's it for today. This is our first podcast. Thank you for everybody joining us. Keep that in your memory. Digital marketing queens of Brooklyn. Find us on all social media platforms, and we love y'all.
yeah. See y'all later.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Guys.